Said reconnection successful. How? Still not letting me to connect to chat. Weird. Like waiting for chat to connect. I connected there. I know. Yeah, I know. Like the stream should be back. I'm not. I don't want my chat. I'm just endlessly connecting to chat. Ugh, so dumb. Is it back at least? Okay. Yeah, my chest is broken. Like I can't. I blame Twitch for this. Like I have to refresh my entire chat just to see what's happening. We'll see how it goes. Let's refresh it in a bit. Guys, messing with the timeline and taking things when he shouldn't. Why'd you return to the telescope? Shouldn't you turn the cooling system on as well? For going this far? Damn it. I thought a car was here, not in the other place, but maybe I'm wrong. Or the valves that aren't even on the pipes. What the fuck?
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
Yeah. See if I can connect to chat. Nope. Weird.
It's you! How dare you! No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now, guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Okay.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Let me connect to chat.
I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things.
God damn
All
it.
of this is very strange to me.
Of course, I have to go up to It's very silent.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I. But I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
I realize that you have trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just
Wait,
you.
maybe...
I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor.
Maybe the chat's
For what it's
working
worth,
properly on my
I'm a skeptic by
phone?
nature. I completely
Maybe.
understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
Ugh. Where the fuck are the primary pipes? Like, at the bottom? Maybe? Oh wait, no, chat is not working on my phone. Wow, I was... Good damn.
These beings hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
It's spooky.
I guess they didn't like that. When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time.
Oh,
It had been
I
a nice
connected
party.
the
She'd had a
chat.
good time, but her social life would
Finally.
always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
Hmm. Jesus. Wait. How do I get back there? Oh, not that. I actually think we go through this time loop again.
It's working. Please, come up here.
God damn.
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though. If you don't mind.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, What practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Fucking can't even think for herself, NPC.
Another printout. Another signal fragment. The message is still not complete,
Yeah,
but
go
it's
around
another
again.
piece
Then.
of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness. The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
God damn it. Fucking horny girl again.
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
You again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be
Good
like
thing.
your wife. Little wifey. Waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman. Or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the
Whoa.
power back on.
Aww.
We're
Look,
all a
I
little,
may or may not be back.
we're all a little
I have
crazy.
the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on,
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
we'll see how it goes.
Hmm.
You should sit down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I
Whoa.
want to be nasty with you.
Yeah. Okay,
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd
Use
remember
your what?
more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
God damn.
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen next, so there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility that we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us,
And that what we take to be freedom is nothing more than the move of a pawn on some cosmic chessboard. limited in scope, subject to the whims of unseen players,
Existing only for their entertainment.
or perhaps we're just a twisted
Reflection
of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night Springs?
Dude, what?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
What? Hmm.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good.
Looks like shit.
Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple times, you know? I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet.
God, just do it. Get rid of her.
My darling wife.
faster than a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
Alice, my wife, the best thing that ever happened to me. She smiles and the darkness lifts. For her, I've tried things I otherwise never would. I've never really minded if it's made me feel like a fool. She's a photographer, and the world she sees through her lenses is unique and beautiful. She has the vision. She sees things others don't and knows how to make them visible to everybody. She did it with me, too. She teased out things I was only vaguely aware of. She always saw me in the best possible light.
But it's all darkness now. Fuck the light. Oh, okay.
For Serena Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was
Who?
more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
Switches change. Oh, it's spiders this time? Really? Spiders is annoying. What is that noise?
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
And yet, it wouldn't really change anything, honestly. It's only 20%. I thought it was like double, or like 50% at least. Oh, we just skipping straight to this bit. Okay. Fine by me. Okay. Yeah, still a decent amount more, I guess. Wait, there's a page over here.
I have created the weapon that can put an end to this. A blueprint to a new reality. All I have to do is survive long enough to use it. My arrival from the dark place will be painful and difficult. These pages may be lost. But one way or another, I'll send the parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful than I am, but he can't change the rules in the middle of the game. He's not a creator. I am.
Oh, right,
The
I just
champion of
remember
light
the code.
knows that the time itself is about to end. At least
I
for
guess that
him.
makes sense.
He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing. But maybe it's enough.
It's not enough. Late at night. End of summer. Film noir poster visible. The spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. I don't know where that is. Not there. Zoom.
No, it's not enough.
You fool.
trying to be cute, aren't you?
I am cute.
What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
Time folds back on itself. Again, his senses scream as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures. Each time he gets a little closer. Each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
Oh, hello. Warrior of Light.
Shit. What are you, the
Oh,
king hillbilly?
Jesus, he's bigger than I thought. Please die. Jesus. Tanky boy.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Okay. I guess at this point you just kind of zoom through. Oh my god, let me, please, okay. We're just going, we're zooming. That's a different part of the song, I think. Maybe? No, that's... I'm sure it was a different part the other times. And it's gone.
Next stop, saving Emma.
No, we'll never save her. Oh, for God's sake.
Not as low as I show up, I guess.
more dead people.
Cleared out.
Is it? I don't think we killed the bird people, but okay. Give me the keys.
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
It's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers? I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough.
What if I kill you instead?
You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Doesn't even let me
Good for
shoot.
you.
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh,
You get
yeah.
high. God damn it.
I wanted to try to explain things to you now since you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh, shit, yeah. Better not get all metaphysical on me now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments of somebody's imagination?
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right. I saw that manuscript page.
Getting the Andersons into the recording studio was a struggle and a half. But once they actually picked up the instruments, something happened. They were 2 old men, and they weren't. They were doddering bags of bone, and they were barely contained power. And there was music. Barry rubbed his hands together. He knew how to pick a winner. Now all they needed was some direction on how to make things a little more modern. Barry had never produced a thing in his life, but he knew what he liked. He knew Balance Slays the Demon was going to be a hit.
Yeah, I'll just turn the fuses off myself.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not gonna keep him around, that's for sure. Al? Al! Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do. I actually kinda like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown, that's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business. Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff? From that shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that? I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he was the kind of man mothers warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter. I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as tall as normal men and stronger than forklifts, their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings to mind some kind of mean-spirited caricature of a feeble-minded hillbilly.
There's the
Well,
radio.
Are you feeling neglected? You shouldn't. You know Eddie Rodman's got love for you, which is why I actually hauled myself out of bed before noon, just so I could record an interview for you.
Oh, shit.
Enjoy.
Well,
Now, as I'm sure you all know, the annual Night Springs Visual Art Show is coming around again, and that's a big deal for all of us that are in the culture business. If you can call it a business. That's a little controversial, I know.
Oh, that's okay. Money makes the world go around, no doubt about it.
And that's one of my guests here at the studio, Serena Valdivia. She's a curator at the Night Springs Gallery of Visual Arts, and she's in charge of the NSVA Film Festival, held this year at the old Night Springs Drive-In Theater.
Hello, Eddie. It's great to be here. And let me just say that it's a wonderful venue.
Absolutely. And with her is one of the filmmakers, somebody who's actually primarily known as a renowned photographer, Alice Wake.
Hello.
Alice, I've seen a lot of your work over the years. It's very impressive. My wife's a big fan, actually.
Oh, thank you.
You've gained quite a bit of fame as a photographer, but that's not why you're here, right? You actually have a film. That's a little surprising.
For me, too. I really wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for Serena.
You two are friends, I take it?
Yeah, we move in the same circles. So, about a year ago, I heard about all this footage she'd shot, and I got to see some of it, and then I started pestering her about actually putting it out there, because it was really good. I didn't really want to show it. It felt too personal.
Well, yes, I can understand that. It features your husband, and he's, well...
He's dead.
I thought he was missing.
It's been 2 years. This sounds awful, but yes, I believe he's dead. Otherwise he would have, well, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hold that thought, and we'll be right back.
Just cut the interview. Cut it.
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you.
Are you gonna die
That's a
this
relief.
time?
Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead. You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah, I guess it just got
I don't know
easier
why
once I got this thing off my chest.
woman gets so many
I just feel
lines.
so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know? He was smart and charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's
I'm
the
sorry,
deal with
I'm
this
not
guy
hot.
anyway? He looks like you, he uses your name. Why does he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half. He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world. Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I
I mean,
think I'm
there's
good
only like
now. I hope.
Good luck.
three
If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we
three,
meet like
just
this.
no,
God,
three.
wouldn't
I
that
guess,
be
three
great?
characters and
Just keep those lights on, okay?
apart from Alan and Mr. Scratch. Okay. These rooms have like nothing in them anymore. Guess it's time to go to the observatory. Here I go. Zoom.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough.
And then all you see
And
is this
soon, perhaps,
garage just
he can put
explodes.
an end to this. Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels
hope so.
anticipation and dread in equal measure.
Feel like
Soon, he knows he will
Two
have what
loops
he
would be
needs.
enough. Just make the loops a little longer, and then it's fine. 3 is getting a bit.
Hello, I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
But is that? No, just the actual way in. Yeah.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
I guess at least it shortens the loops every time. Ish. Could do a heal though. That's a big boy, isn't it? God. These guys take way too many hits. I want to think what that's like on Nightmare. Annoying, probably. No, let me heal, please. Give me a checkpoint. Every time those guys charge me, it takes like 1 and a bit segments. Which means I'm dead next time. Oh my god. I'm losing that. I was doing so well as well.
Come on in.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that.
I mean,
There's a lot of you and me.
I don't know why you're surprising gunshots. Gunshots all over the place.
At first, first, I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then, the stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are. And I'm the improved version. No fears, no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life. But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
Okay. Realize I haven't found many manuscripts.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
Oh shit. I haven't even healed, so that's... Oh, for fuck's sake, this isn't gonna go well. Nope. Shit! Where did he come from? Is it over? Okay, that's easy.
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but...
Signal! Yes, it's completed.
Finally. If all goes well, this should be the last time we go through the loop.
You know, I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist. If this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
No. You can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could—
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
I actually missed a few pages this time. Do I go find them? It's probably a waste of time. No, I don't think I can. Yeah, she won't even let me go back down. Fuck. Well.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
Almost done, and we can go to sleep.
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing against a power that can pierce time itself, he doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
Oh, it started me here, not up there. Okay.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
It's not my fault you don't sleep. It's actually blocked off that way. You have to go this way. That's a lot of people. Oh, fuck it. Can I actually exit this way? I don't remember what even is this way. I guess not. Bye, creepy dark cloud.
You're never getting out of this, Wake. Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life. You start sounding a little desperate. This guy in that side so he fucking go at me. Okay. Nope. I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
Hey, a page.
When the Dark Man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. "Pay attention," he said. "Business first." His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
God damn.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
There's a page here. And the TV.
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death, but now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend, and they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
I've been around for a while now, you know? While you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness.
God damn it.
I've been busy. I operate in the shadows. You understand?
Try not to watch
I'm less
TV.
resilient than those I've taken. But I do my best work in the dark. There's so much darkness out there. And the things that live in it are fast, big bastards. They don't mind getting a little bit of elbow room. All that chaos and madness, it doesn't really do that much down there. It's like pouring a glass of water into the ocean, right? But up here, yeah, you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through. But first, I had to take care of you. You party pooper.
That's me.
You're stuck in an eternal cycle now. The sun's never coming up for you. Everything else? Do my thing. Getting a bit of quality time with Alice.
Ugh.
That's a little something
Don't
for
do
me.
that.
And I deserve it.
Now things are getting weird. I might as well restart now. Like, can I go back up here? There's a manuscript page up there. Really wish he had more stamina. Could run a little further.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters, followed by the title. It was a time capsule, moments snatched from times gone by, from a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about. Something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
She's not even talkative.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wake. So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot. It's not a medium I'm very much at home with.
You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got a great eye.
Maybe, but experience is another thing.
Because you're primarily a still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm really used to thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment, and then reveal that moment to people. Moving images are a different story. I'm still learning a lot about it, to be honest.
So, this is a new thing for you?
Or maybe I'm just a slow learner. But showing it like this is definitely a new step for me. It's a little weird taking something this intimate and showing it to everybody. Not that the material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments. But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband at the time. It's not really about the sunrise itself or Alan watching it. It's about you two together.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost. It's a kind of a fantasy.
Well, there's nothing
A
wrong with that.
Final
No,
Fantasy.
you're right. I'm glad you talked me into it.
What? Jesus Christ.
The clothes I wear now I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit, originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them. We were very happy. I'm sheathed in good memories to remind myself of what is at stake.
Okay, back to killing. I hate his running animation. It's really fucking bad. His back is so stiff. God damn it. I need to go heal. I thought I saw manuscripts, but this is a card light, I think. Yeah, fuck it.
Again, the Champion of Light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Yeah. Finally?
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this?
No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now. It's my life. It's my life.
I keep thinking he looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. Like just a little.
Alan? Is it really you?
It's really me.
How? I love you.
I love you.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn. They both feel it. He's home at last.
If you were away
Are
for
these
that long,
actual events
you'd be
or
embracing
merely
harder
a
than
dream,
that.
a memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
That wasn't really much of an ending. If the credits rolled when you said they'd roll, that wouldn't really changed a lot. I don't know what song this is, but I'm just gonna... Literally nothing happened. Yeah, I mean, he's still trapped in the dark place. I mean, you get some backstory of some things, I guess. I assume, like, some of the stuff of what happened in the 2 years, like, happened. But yeah. Achievements. Oh, they just brought up the Steam page for achievements. I have 4 of them out of 12. Great. Collectibles. And wait, the combat shotgun? Yeah, I never got that. You need 40 manuscript pages. Yeah, I missed quite a few. Especially in the last area. But, actually, no, I got a few. Generally missing about 5 from each area. Videos. Yeah, we've got those. Wait. Music video. Oh. Yeah, I missed some of the radio shows. A little lame. I couldn't get into the building to get that one, so I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Is this like? Okay, it's not real life. It's just... It's not even a new cutscene. This is literally just what like a cutscene from the game. Oh wow! And then you just okay, whatever. I thought it'd be like an actual fucking thing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to sleep, and then tomorrow I want to try and get Control like sorted. I might have to download a save just so I can just do the expansion, because like I don't want to play through the entire game just for Alan Wake. I'll have to see. It'd take a while. I can't remember how long it took me to play it when I did. I don't know, we'll see. Then after that, it'll be actually Alan Wake 2. So maybe we start it tomorrow. I don't know. Because like the DLC for Control isn't that long. I don't know. Great. Oh shit. Right, raid. That happens. Ugh. Okay. I might try to play the Control DLC before Raid, then Raid, then it'll be Alan Wake 2, I think. We'll see what time I get up and like what time it gets sorted. Yeah. I mean, this is our last raid session. Like, after this, I'm done. I'm not going back. Fuck. I'm sick of the fights. At least I'm sick of, yeah. We'll finally be free to do whatever I want. Anything. P12 is bad. Yeah. P11 is basic as fuck. P10 is alright, but we don't run P10S. I just go and do it in PF for the skip. And P9S is kinda eh. Yeah, P10S is probably the best one this expansion, honestly. But I don't have much experience with the first tier, and I don't really do P8, so maybe P8 was amazing. I don't think it was. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd pretty much done all of phase 1 anyway. Like, there's slight variations in the repeats, but Yeah, those. Oh, shit, I forgot about that. I forgot she just literally could not see them. And no one knows if she was just not looking up or if they just weren't appearing. Who knows? But that was actually such a meme. Okay. I'm ready for bed. I'll see you later. Good night. Thanks for watching.